911 location of your emergency.
Breaking news out of North Idaho. Moscow police are investigating a homicide on King Road.
Is she breathing?
No.
So 5'10", all black. Could you see what color his eyebrows were or anything like that?
No, I don't remember what his eyes look like either.
Officers discovered the bodies of Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Maddie Mogen, and Kaylee Goncalves, but no weapon has been located at this time.
Arrested. That's 28-year-old Bryan Kohberger in custody today.
Mr. Kohberger allegedly stalked one of the victims. That's false.
We do not have evidence that the defendant had direct contact with 1122 or with residents of 1122, but we can put his phone in that area. There are many residences in that area. It's a dense population of mostly college-related occupants.
Everything is alleged.
Hey, you guys. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So today, told you guys a while back, I filed a FOIA request with Ada County. Two FOIA requests with Ada County. The first one was to try to get information from the Sheriff's Department regarding the threatening messages that Judge Hippler, for the plea change, claimed that the court had gotten, because he said in court that day, in court, on live TV, that some of those were so bad they had to be sent off to the police. So I FOIA'd that information and was told that nothing exists. There's nothing with the Ada County Sheriff's Department for anything that was sent off from the court on the plea change. So Judge Hippler seems to be lying, or they were given to the FBI. That's the only other department I can think of that they would be handed to. Maybe ISP. I don't know. But there's nothing for Ada County for what Judge Hippler said. So then I filed a request for the threatening message that Kristi Goncalves said that she got at the sentencing, because the only thing that we ever saw from that was like a created text message cell phone thing on like mainstream media. We never really saw anything official from it. And we know how these people are. So of course we go to try to get some clarification. And I did get a response. This one took them a hot minute to get back to me, honestly. Let me go ahead and give you guys the FOIA folder that this is in. And I'm going to end up changing these damn FOIA folders all over again. I just changed it. I changed the way I organize my house all the time. I rearrange furniture constantly. So just be prepared. I'll probably end up rearranging these folders quite a bit throughout the space of time. So here is the link to the Google Drive where these documents are from the threatening message that Kristi got, and I received 3 different documents from this. 3 different documents from this. So let me get this to where it's as big as it can be so that we can open these. Now, this is my request. This is my request and what I asked for. I said, Steve and Kristi Goncalves have recently reported that they received death threats while they were sitting inside the Ada County Courthouse for Bryan Kohberger's sentencing hearing on 7/23/25. I am requesting any text attached to this report, as they stated these were transferred to law enforcement. Steve Goncalves stated in an older interview that a male had been found during the investigation as the person responsible. I am formally requesting any information forwarded to law enforcement from Steve and Kristi Goncalves regarding threats received on their cell phones during Bryan Kohberger's sentencing hearing. So get rid of that and go to, this is the CAD report, and then we'll get to the report. This is when it was actually called in. This is the incident report detail. 7/24/25 at 1:38 p.m. They didn't generate the report until August 11th, 2026, which is today when they sent it to me this morning. So we have response 4, low priority. This is the officer that took the report right here. The incident status as of today is closed. Now, I didn't notice a name of anybody that they found or anything like that. So if there's a mail that was found for anything, there's definitely nothing in the record here that says that anybody was found to have been in trouble for this, because it came from like a internet number, like a VoIP number, fake internet number from what I can tell. So this is where they're just saying where they're going. This is just the report for whatever. Okay, so comments. The Goncalves family attorney, which they blocked out his name and I don't know why, Shannon Gray, related to the Kohberger sentencing, emailed this deputy regarding a threatening text sent to Kristi Goncalves. The text was received on 7/23/25 at 10:42 hours, so 10:42 a.m., and sent from phone number blank. The text indicated the sender was in contact with a wannabe serial killer in Moscow, Idaho, and gave the killer Kristi's address. A carrierlookup.com search showed the number was a VoIP number through Cinch. I don't know what that means. I don't know what Cinch is. Is that a thing? Cinch voice. Cloud voice services for business. Cinch voice. Only for business? I mean, I guess anybody could use it. Okay. But notice that it happened at 10:42 and they waited a few hours before they said anything. And it's also not Kristi and Steve making the report. It's Shannon Gray emailing a report, which is sort of interesting. That's sort of interesting. A blank search of the number returned negative results. Number 2, requested case numbers issued for incident. And then this is it right here. Case number. There's 2 different things right here. These 2 different things. And then telephonic threats reports. So let's see. Location, front of Ada County Courthouse. Comments on incident. Incident created. Taken by James Ravello. That's like the officer. And seeing this is just like they're at the premise and they're talking to them. This is the address that they went to. Did they actually speak to them though? Because so far it just sounds as if Shannon Gray sent an email. Okay, so let's look at the actual report itself. I just like skimmed through this stuff. I don't know what all of it says. This is 13 pages. Ada County Sheriff's Office General Report. 4/24/25, 12:58. So now the time is now something different. Okay. So at 10:42 hours on 7/23/25, Kristi Goncalves received a threatening text message from the following number. A text message sent by an unknown suspect suggested that the sender was sitting near Kristi in court during the Bryan Kohberger sentencing. The suspect's text asserted that Bryan Kohberger was innocent and further indicated that the sender provided Kristi's home address to a wannabe serial killer in Moscow, Idaho. Kristi understood this message to be a threat against her life and feared for her safety as a result. A carrierlookup.com search showed the sender's phone number was a voice-over IP phone number provided by the Cinch Telecommunications Group. Further investigations showed the phone number was related to Text Me Inc. A blank search of the same phone number returned no results. A preservation request was submitted requesting Text Me Inc. retain records related to the phone number pending service of a search warrant. So did they do one? Okay, so let's see. There might be something in here about somebody being in trouble. I only skimmed this first page. I don't know what the rest of this says, so I might be wrong about what I said. They might actually have somebody who got in trouble for this. It does say that whatever it is, it's telephone used to annoy, harass, intimidate, or threaten, and it's just a misdemeanor. So whoever it is, probably, if they got in trouble, got a freaking fine or some shit. Who freaking knows? Okay, so now this is the narrative report. At 10:42 hours on 7/23/25, I was assigned to the Ada County Courthouse located at 200 West Front Street, Boise, Idaho. While I provided security for the Bryan Kohberger sentencing, a victim family member, Kristi Goncalves, told me she received threatening text messages from an unknown sender. Okay, so this guy was physically at the courthouse as a bodyguard, as security, and she walked straight up to him. Okay, see, that's a whole different thing than Shannon Gray sent me an email. No, okay, this is better. This is more in person. Told me she received threatening text messages from an unknown sender. I briefly read the text messages, which indicated the sender had conspired with serial killers to harm Kristi. Kristi understood this message to be a threat against her life and feared for her safety. While the text suggested the sender was sitting in the courtroom near Kristi, the public and victims' families were seated separately for the hearing, and imminent danger was not likely. I mean, nothing did happen, but to just sit there and suggest that it couldn't be somebody that was sitting in that area is a little bit crazy, but okay. Nevertheless, I advised the trial security team of the message and requested security control scan for threats via in-court CCTV cameras. I provided Kristi with my contact information and advised her to contact me at the conclusion of sentencing if she wished to report the crime. I wonder if we go back and we look at the hearing, if you can actually see like when somebody started like alerting someone to something, you know, because I know that the way that I remember it, and I could be remembering it incorrectly, but I don't remember there being officers standing at the door as thick as we ended up seeing, like towards the middle of the sentencing, I guess. Like, I know that there was somebody at the door, like one person at the door, but then all of a sudden there's like 3 officers at the door. So I wonder if that's sort of like when they alerted to something, maybe. I don't know. Okay. So then it says at 12:50 hours on 7/24/25, so the next day, I received a telephone call from Kristi's attorney. Blank indicated Kristi wanted charges to be brought against the sender of the threatening text messages. Blank sent me an email with screen captures of the text messages. What follows is a verbatim transcription. Why can't we get the actual screenshots if they were sent to you? Why are we doing a verbatim transcription? Why can't you show us the screenshots as depicted in the screen captures provided? Now, this is also the same officer, though, that's claiming that she walked up to him and he read these off of her phone. So there's that, too. So this is the message all the way. Well, I wonder what those names are. Did we read this? We read this before when it was like out on the news. I don't remember them in the message saying that there was other names. That there was other names in the message. My freaking eye will not stop watering. Like, I feel like I've been doing this for the past few days now. And literally nothing on my face has changed. So I don't know why all of a sudden my freaking eye is watering. It's just one eyeball, but okay. Okay, so this is what it said. Sitting near you in court, watching you is a joke. You know that Bryan is innocent. Making threats to Bryan about getting R'd in prison was very silly. So obviously after her speech up at the podium, I am in contact with a lot of serial killers, including BTK, and I've been put in contact with a wannabe serial killer who is in Moscow, Idaho, and I have given him your address, the same with blank and some others. I don't remember if the message that they showed us on mainstream media with Bryan Inton had these other people's names in it or not, or if they redacted that portion. I'm going to have to go back to Inton's video where he showed, again, not the actual like screen captures from her phone, but another, we're going to write it out in a little fake template type thing, which again is, I just don't understand that, but okay. And some others. I have now contacted the FBI and given them everything. This includes Hank's escorting motel and travelers motels, the invoices on the fraud from blank GoFundMe account, the link to the Twitch live stream. You have messed with the wrong person. Oh yeah, you were trying to pimp out blank. TikTok videos are very slutty. I guess her. I don't remember if they said who this person was. I don't remember who this person was. I don't know if they even showed this. Actually, like I'm not gonna wait. Let me go see if I can find Bryan Inton's, because he's the only one, as far as I remember, that showed this message and I want to make a comparison. Syllabus threats. How is it not the first freaking thing that pops up? Bryan Kohberger threats. Okay, well, here's e-news. Shut up. Show me the message. Yeah, so when e-news has it on here, they don't have the whole message. It talks about the sitting near you thing, blah, 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 BTK, giving him your address, but it doesn't mention the rest of it. Does he say anything else? No, I'm telling you, there was... He did a video his own freaking self on his own freaking channel. Here it is.
That they're investing.
Here it is. I want to see if he puts it up on the screen. Is he not going to do it? I know that we saw this somewhere. Maybe they posted it. I think I actually have it on my like community tab. I'll have to go look there next.
Transcript of the interview, a full interview at approximately 200 hours on December 30th, 2022. Kohberger at his family detail alert. Yes, but that so been like smashed and.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to. I know I've seen it though. Like, is he not mentioning it till the end? Like, what's going on with that? I don't freaking know. But I wanted to compare what they were telling the public about that message, because I don't remember the one that they showed us mentioning anything about Hank's escorts or anything like that, or GoFundMe stuff. It's on a News Nation link, Sarah said. Okay, so let's go to News Nation. Actually, I'm pretty positive like I freaking have it somewhere. Hold on. Like, there's no way, because I feel like I posted this in the community tab. I feel like we just saw it again pretty recently. Maybe not. I could have sworn we just saw this again. I'll have to find it later and then put a comparison up on the community tab. No, I don't know. I'll find it later and put it on the community tab. But I know that there was some missing information in this, because this is a hell of a lot longer than the one that they showed us. They didn't say anything about anybody else's address being given over. I don't remember there being anything about Hank's escorting. Like, this is all different. A little bit. This is all different from what I can remember. I typed in text Goncalves. Text or text. Facebook Nation. Okay, Facebook News Nation. Let me see. Okay. I don't want to hear it. I just want to see if he shows it. Okay, here it is. It is different. Is it everything? Is this it? So to control the narrative, they didn't give mainstream, they did not give Bryan Inton the whole message. They didn't give Bryan Inton the whole message. Bryan Inton, how do you feel knowing that the Goncalves lied to you, bro? Like, do you even actually give two shits? Do you actually give two shits? They lied to you, Homescalado. They didn't even give you all the message. So the message that Bryan Inton and Steve Goncalves have out here is the following. Sitting near you in court and watching you is a joke. You know that Bryan is innocent. Making threats to Bryan about getting R'd in prison was very silly. I am in contact with a lot of serial killers, including BTK, and I've been in contact with a wannabe serial killer who is in Moscow, Idaho, and have given him your address. The real message has so much more information in it. The real message continues on to say there's other people who have also had their address given to this wannabe serial killer in Moscow, Idaho, and continues on to state, I have now contacted the FBI and given them everything. This includes Hank's escorting, motel, and travelers' motels, the invoices on the fraud from blank GoFundMe account, the link to the Twitch live stream. You have messed with the wrong person. Oh yeah, are you trying to pimp out blank? Her TikTok videos are very slutty. Why wouldn't the Goncalves give Bryan Inton the whole thing? Because you know that he didn't see this whole thing and then edit it out himself. The Goncalves are very big manipulators. So I can pretty much bet you they literally sent this in text over to Bryan Inton, and he just, without even asking to see the original, threw it up on the screen. See, isn't that also interesting? Like, why a lot of people question that exact same thing. Why would you use the 4 instead of the A and spell the word that way? I'm so tired of these people, bro. Why are y'all lying about the freaking text message? Holy shit-a-moly. I'm tagging Bryan Inton in this, even though he has me blocked everywhere. But why the frick are you lying? And you know what's crazy? I'm pretty sure I've heard of Hank's escorting and the motel stuff and all this other stuff in what's her face? What the frick is her name? True crime design videos, deep diving into them. I'm pretty sure that's where I heard some of these things. So it's so crazy, because if none of this is true, then why wouldn't you just be like, look at all this crazy bullshit this person's saying to me. What the hell is Hank's escorting? What do these traveler motels and a GoFundMe have to do with anything? How dare you say I'm pimping out my daughter on TikTok? Why wouldn't you put the truth out there? Oh, is it because there's real connections here and you don't want the world to figure it out? Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, girl, let me tell you something. I already recorded it. I said something about the stupid ass interview that was just earlier today. Okay. And so in there, somebody said, I'm too busy watching the Goncalves over on Hannity. No, we're going to watch that one tonight. Unless something for Kohberger's PCR comes out or there's another unsealing of a document, I already planned on going over that entire interview tonight. It's well over an hour. It's well over an hour. Yeah, no, I'm going to clip that and put it on TikTok. I'm going to put these little clips everywhere. Right there. Of this is what the freaking FOIA says. This is what the Goncalves are telling the public. So why are they choosing not to show the whole thing unless there's truth to this stuff? And they don't want to put that out into the ether, because then people are going to be questioning, oh, why is this person saying something to them about a Hank's escorting? What is that all about? If none of this was true, I would throw this entire message out there and be like, what the fuck is wrong with this person? Can you believe this shit that they're saying to me? And instead, they're trying to hide the details. That's so damn sketchy. That's so freaking sketchy. Sketchy. Okay. Continuing. I submitted a carrier lookup search for the phone number blank, which returned the following. The number blank is a VoIP by Cinch, FKA Intelliquent Neutral Tandem. In my training and experience, okay, Payne, voice over IP services are commonly used by bad actors to harass or scam victims, as these numbers can be difficult to connect to their owners. I conducted a blank search of the blank phone number. There were no results, which indicated the phone number was not associated with the particular individual. I received communication from Detective Matt Bew via email. Detective Bew indicated he performed a search via the Intelliquent portal to find a more specific carrier for VoIP phone numbers. In this case, he searched the phone number blank, which returned a Text Me Inc. carrier. He provided me a screenshot of the return in the same email. So is it Cinch or is it Text Me? So this is Text Me Inc. This is Text Me Inc. And Cinch. This is Cinch. So which one is it? Does the number come back to Cinch? Or does the number come back to Text Me? I'm a bit confused. Maybe I'm not understanding what the report's trying to say, but you're giving me two different companies right here, and I'm a little confuzzled. Just a little confuzzled, okay? I emailed a preservation letter to Text Me Inc., which advised them of the criminal investigation and requested they preserve all records related to blank's phone number from July 21st, 2025 through July 29th, 2025. 8/5/25, I drafted, submitted, and was approved for a search warrant for the aforementioned records. I served the warrant on Text Me Inc. via email. Screen capture of Intelliquent portal return, disposition, ongoing investigation, route to cell for follow-up. Oh, well, it sucks that I don't have that attachment, or do I have that attachment? I guess we'll find out. Oh my God. So why can I not see that? Are they going to give us that picture? Hold on a second. No. So right in here, there's a little photo capture of text messages. So why am I not given that in this return? Is that it? What the frack is that? Okay, let's just go back up and see. Okay. Yeah, there's a little bitty picture right here. Interesting. Okay. Sure. Okay, on 8/12/25, I received correspondence from Text Me Inc. in response to my search warrant service. Text Me Representative blank provided a business records affidavit intimating that she was an agent of Text Me Inc., that she was familiar with the manner in which its records were created and maintained, and that she retrieved true and correct copies of basic subscriber information and transactional records related to the phone number blank from July 21st, 2025 to July 29th, 2025. The first subscriber information report for blank identified user ID blank with a verified email of blank and Google ID blank. So they were able to actually start tracking this down. Oh my God. The account was created January 2nd, 2025, and was last logged in on July 26, 2025 from IP blank. Sign up IP was blank. One device was linked, a model NDLW09. What is that? Model NDL. W09 is what is that? It's a tablet. The NDLW09 model is an HonorPad X8A, an 11-inch tablet with Snapdragon. Show me what this looks like. So it came from this device. So instead of it being like an app on a phone, it was sent on an app via tablet. Okay, well, did anybody in the courtroom pop a tablet out? I'm pretty sure you'd notice somebody texting on a tablet. So they probably need to go in and check for that. Or this person was lying and they were just watching it through the camera and they weren't actually in the room, right? Never know. Never know. Okay, so then it says the number this was allocated July 23rd, 2025 and was withdrawn July 24th, 2025. So you can go in and you can create a number, use it one time, and then delete the number. And the next time you want to send a text on that app or that program or whatever, you can create a brand new number. So the number was created with how it seems. The number was definitely created just to send this message and then was deleted the next day. Records show extensive two-way texting on July 23rd, 2025 with blank brief inbound calls from this number on July 24th and zero duration outbound calls attempted that were placed to this number on July 23rd. So this person was actively communicating with more than one person. There's no way they can't track down who this real human is by finding out who else they were communicating with. There was also an in-app premium purchase of $9.99 that was applied on July 23rd, 2025. They can find all of this out through a fake number. Oh my God, that's so crazy. So if they can do all of this through a fake number and they can't find any connections online about any damn thing when it comes to Kohberger and any of these people involved, that's hella telling. That's hella telling. The second subscriber report for phone number blank identified user ID blank with verified email blank. The account was created and last accessed on July 26, 2025 from IP blank. So that's days after though. So I guess this is just associated with this subscriber information, I guess. I don't really understand that because the message was sent on the 23rd. 2 Android devices are linked with device ID blank active during messaging. The number was assigned July 26th through August 2nd, 2025, with records showing multiple incoming text from blank and outgoing text to several U.S. numbers on July 27th, 2025. Interesting that it's very, 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 very specific right here, showing that there's active messaging and multiple incoming text from and outgoing text from U.S. numbers. So them claiming U.S. numbers as a specific makes me wonder if they were communicating with people overseas via this app. Yeah. Why would they be needing to specify U.S. numbers? We're in the U.S. This is a United States report. Idaho is in the United States last time I checked. So why do we need to clarify that it's United States? Makes me feel like a lot of these other numbers maybe weren't from the United States, that they were other countries. Based on the timing of the threatening text and the opening closing of the blank account on the 23rd/24th, I narrowed my investigation into the specific account. A reverse IP lookup, United Kingdom. The UK, bro, look at this shit right there. A reverse IP lookup of the associated addresses returned a GPS location of Canterbury, England in the UK. Ah! What? Attachments, correspondence from Text Me, and then further investigation. I will submit a search warrant for google.com records for the account. So they can't do anything regardless of them being able to figure out who it was if they actually, by the end of this report, know who it was because it's somebody overseas. I mean, that would be the only reason why they didn't do anything about it. That makes sense, I guess. Oh my God. Okay. On September 30th, 2025, I received a search warrant response from Google, a subsidiary of Alphabet Inc. Why is that necessary? But okay. The configuration files and captured screenshots. The Google account tied to blank resolved to Google account ID blank and billing customer blank. There's a name behind that blank, bro. Via Google Pay records. The account appeared on 3 Honor Android devices, a tablet, and 2 handsets. So Honor, I knew somebody was going to say that. This is not somebody actually accusing This is just because of the UK. I figured people were going to say that. That's hilarious. No, I don't think it has anything to do with the VPN. Nope. This isn't, I don't think this has anything to do with the VPN at all. I think this is based on they found the person's information and they were able to track it through. I don't think it has anything to do with the VPN. I don't think it has anything to do with the VPN. Oh, this is crazy. Okay. So not only an Honor brand tablet, but also 2 Honor brand handsets, which I didn't even know that Honor existed. So let's see. Honor cell phone. Yeah. They have several. But what they look like. Oh, they look like Samsungs, like regular ass Androids. I mean, they're not bad. They look like my Samsung phone. Hold on, my music started over there. Okay. 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 The account appeared on 3 Honor Android devices, a tablet, and 2 handsets, all configured to locale ENGB and time zone Europe, London, with overlapping emails of blank. So it's not just, again, from time zones, but they're going in and finding the person's information, their other information that's connected to the accounts, the email addresses, and all those other things. So with overlapping emails of these emails, however, this is long, bro. These are multiple emails. This is more than 2. There's multiple emails here. These emails were linked to the Android profile and were corroborated by cookies stored on Google servers. So suspect social media. Oh my God, it has a YouTube username and you can't give it to us? You sons of bitches. Why? I want it. I want to know who the frick it was. The Gmail account blank confirmed active through multiple platform notifications, including YouTube comment activity and Google subscription correspondence. Screenshots demonstrate direct ties to the YouTube username blank. I want to know who the hell this was. Oh my God, this is crazy. I want to know. And all we're seeing is the stuff that he was looking at. Lame. How freaking lame. But look, you can see like how long the name is. So like y'all can go in there and do what y'all normally do and put the little letters in there and try to figure out how many it'll take and narrow it down. Go narrow it down. The YouTube channel associated with the blank username releases videos and shorts covering serial killers and crime conspiracies. In one such video at URL blank, I could hear a male voice with an English accent describing a planned visit with an incarcerated serial killer with whom he had been longtime pen pals. Y'all watch a lot of shit, bro. Some of this might sound familiar, and y'all better start dropping freaking names. Drop freaking names, okay? In another video, blank made a guest appearance in the video located at URL blank, where he was interviewed on his opinions of the Kohberger case. The blank account was made popular for its conjecture. It's harsh. Now I'm saying it. It's harsh. Harsh. You got some explaining to do, broski. What is it? Popular? Do we know another freaking British guy that has a popular channel about this? I don't. Where you at, Harsh? I'm about to email you, broski. What is going on here? This is wild. This is crazy. I know, but also without giving us the real thing, and I want it so bad. I mean, I'm really kidding about it being harsh. I don't think he'd ever threaten anybody like that. That's absolutely insane and absurd and everything else. But this is crazy. This is wild. It sounds like harsh, but I really don't think he'd have it in him to threaten people. He has been, I mean, people have their opinions and everybody has their opinions. Okay, I have my opinions. Everybody has their opinions. I know that when it comes to really important things like this kind of stuff, this is nowhere in the realm of a Harsh Reality's brain function. He is not someone who is going to go and make threats like this, especially when he has been so open and sincere about stuff like with his mother and mental health and domestic violence and things like that. So while it does sound, and we're having a little bit of fun right here because it does sound insanely crazy, I really do not in my heart of hearts believe Harsh Reality would ever threaten anyone ever. I just do not believe that. But this is really crazy. I'm just saying this is so crazy. Okay, let's continue. This is wild. This is wild. Let's continue. I am thrown. I'm glad I didn't read this ahead of time, because this is some crazy shit. This is some crazy shit. Let me go back to the beginning of this paragraph and quit having a panic attack the whole time I'm reading. The YouTube channel associated with the blank username releases videos and shorts covering serial killers and crime conspiracies. In one such video at URL blank, I could hear a male voice with an English accent describing a planned visit with an incarcerated serial killer with whom he had been longtime pen pals. In another video, blank made a guest appearance in the video located at this URL, where he was interviewed on his opinions of the Kohberger case. The blank account was made popular for its conjecture on the Bryan Kohberger case and maintains the opinion that Kohberger was innocent and framed. The reference to intimate knowledge of other serial killers, as well as sympathy towards Bryan Kohberger, was consistent with the sentiments in the threatening text message received by Kristi Goncalves. So who has a really thick, heavy British English accent that has not only their own channel, that has discussed on their very own channel that they are going to be visiting an incarcerated serial killer who they've been pen pals with for a long time, but has also gone on to other channels that are popular. So this guy's channel doesn't seem to be the popular channel. The popular channel seems to be the channel that this guy went and interviewed on. So this, no, if you know who it is, just drop the name in the chat. I don't want any, I understand you just want to send an email, and that's fine, but we're just dropping names and trying to figure stuff out. And if we go to that person's channel and there's no video on there of him talking about going and seeing a serial killer, then it's not that person. Pav's not British. Pav is not British, guys. Stop dropping English people's names from Alabama. I don't even know if that's where he's from. He sounds like he's from Alabama. Stop dropping people's names that sound like me. I need people that don't sound like me. I need people that sound like Harsh Reality. Criminal Mind Holes. Casual Criminalist. It's not Pav! It is Sean Atwood. Is that Harsh's real name? I know his real name is Sean. Is that his last name? Or is Sean Atwood like a whole different human? Is Sean Atwood a whole different human? Because I don't know. Let me go look. Yeah, Huda London's a chick. True Crime Rocket Science is a guilter, Jackie. Big time. He's a little piece of shit, and it wouldn't really surprise me, but he's a huge guilter. He writes hate articles about me like a true fucking little stalker psycho. He needs to just go back to where the hell he came from. Sean Atwood is a totally different human. Okay. Let me go check out who the frick that. I've never heard the name before. Bizarre. Ooh. Eek! Let me see. Trapmore Ross. No, not that guy. He's done great covering the David and Celeste case. That's where I found that guy from. Bizarre. I don't think this would be it. He said this guy was a guest on a popular channel. This guy was a guest on a popular channel. I don't interview people. All right, let me see Sean Atwood. Because it sounds like the guy has a chance. See, no, no, this isn't going to be it. No, guys, we're looking for somebody who doesn't have a following. We're looking for someone who doesn't have a following that went onto a popular channel on a panel. So, okay, let me reread it so you guys so that you guys can see how I'm seeing it. Unless I'm seeing it wrong, but this is how I'm interpreting this, okay? The YouTube channel associated with the blank username releases videos and shorts covering serial killers and crime conspiracies. Yes, that doesn't mean it's a popular channel. It just means there's videos, okay? In one such video at URL blank, I could hear a male voice with an English accent describing a planned visit with an incarcerated serial killer with whom he had been longtime pen pals, meaning this person is not showing their face. It's a video. He's not describing what the video is in itself is showing, but it's obviously faceless because all he's saying is, I can hear a male voice with an English accent. He's not saying in the video there is a man, blah, 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 whatever. Like he's saying, basically, he just hears a voice. He doesn't see a face. So smaller, I am assuming smaller channel that posts content, but that maybe does it faceless is where I'm getting. Okay. Now this is where I'm saying the popular channel is not this person. This person was a guest on this popular channel. In another video, blank made a guest appearance in the video located at this URL where he was interviewed on his opinions of the Kohberger case. The blank account was made popular for its conjecture on the Bryan Kohberger case and maintains the opinion that Kohberger was innocent and framed. So I am taking that, and again, I could be taking it wrong. I'm taking that the channel that this person was like a guest on is the one that's made popular for conjecture. I don't see how anybody with 1 million subscribers is going to be so ignorant as to send a threat like that to the Goncalveses. Is my point here too. You know what I mean? I don't think it was Dinky. I don't think it was Dinky. Armchair detective. Isn't that what's his face's thingy? Isn't that Dax Shepard? Maybe I don't. Hold on. This is all I'm seeing for that. I don't know. But I'm going to do some digging and see if I can find it. I don't know. I don't know. But it sounds like listening to who? Do you think I can read 30,000 freaking messages at one time? I can only see what I can see. And listening, I'm reading with my eyeballs. I'm not listening to words with my ears. I'm looking at everyone on here. Criminal mind holes. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Because that could have been done. That could have been done because of what happened here. Hold on a second. Yeah, that'd be interesting if it was taken down. That's interesting. Oh, I don't know. I've seen them on TikTok. Criminal mind holes. Yeah, see, I know that's a name that I've seen before. I don't think that he's British. I mean, yeah, this might be it. I gotta hear what he sounds like. Is there like a point to this guy's content? It is him. It has to be. Look at this. Serial killer friends pen pal visitation part 1.
Hi everyone. End of July and the first 2 weeks in August, we're going to be having a family holiday in Florida. So I just thought, you know what? I've got a chance here to actually go and meet one of my pen pals. So I've requested a application form, a visiting form. So all I need to do now, which I'm going to be doing now, is fill out all my details, and I've then got to email it back, and then within 6 to 8 weeks, I'm going to be finding out whether I've been successful or not. But he's already said that he's going to be going to agreeing to the visit. He's excited. I'm excited, but a bit nervous as well. He's quite dangerous, really. Well, all serial killers are, I suppose, really. But they put him in the bracket the same as Ted Bundy. So yeah, it can be a bit nerve-wracking. But anyway, I'm just going to fill this form in, send it off, and I'm sorry there's no details on it. It's that I want to keep this a secret for the moment, because I'm going to be asking him as well, because I think he wants to do a video chat next week. I'm going to ask him if he can actually film, if I can actually film that, and if I can, I'll be putting it on here. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh my god! So this is most likely the guy who sent the threats. Most likely, based off of context. Based off of context. What? He's been on many channels and said some wild claims. He's talking to people in Moscow allegedly. Yeah, a lot of people also say they're talking to other people allegedly too, and they're also so full of shit. Oh my god. Sorry, Dinky. Yes. This is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah, look at these videos. Like, that's why I asked, like, is there, like, anything, like, to this dude's content? Because, like, look, this.
We fucking coming. We fucking gunning. Fucking running to the money.
Like, he's trying to act like this. Like, I know what this is. This was sent to me years ago. People trying to say that this was like the snuff film that was filmed of the freaking murders. I know what this is. I'm not dumb. I've been around this block 1,500 times. I can't believe this dude. So this is most likely the guy that sent that freaking threatening message. Based on context. Wow. Effing wow. You're a dick, dude. I don't even like the Goncalveses, but you don't do that kind of dumb bitch ass shit. You're a freak. Straight the fuck up. You're a freak. The hell's wrong with you? Ugh. Psychopath. Rude as fuck. Anyway, Google billing records. Okay, let's finish the report. In addition, an additional screenshot of a Vinted transaction shows a sale associated with the same account tied to a delivery address in Whitstable, United Kingdom. Vinted is an online peer-to-peer marketplace app where users can buy, sell, and swap secondhand clothing, accessories, and other personal items. Screenshots also confirm repeated Google Play subscription correspondence for YouTube Premium. These emails further substantiate the account's ownership and continuity of use, tying the suspect to ongoing financial activity. In conclusion, my God. Must not be too bad if he can afford to go all the way from over there to freaking Florida and afford to talk to a serial killer in prison. You know how much that shit cost? That's crazy. That's wild. In conclusion, Google evidence suggested the blank identity was tied to multiple online platforms, including YouTube, Google Play, and device registrations. Billing records identify the account holder as UK-based. Based on the aggregated Google activity records, the account blank, linked to blank, demonstrated repeated logins and service usage across a consistent cluster of IP addresses. Most of these addresses fell within the blank range, with additional connections from blank blocks. These ranges were strongly indicative of UK-based broadband mobile providers. Specifically, the IP blank showed long-term continuity of use from May 2024 through late September 2025, suggesting a primary residential or mobile connection. Supporting this, IPs blank were also active across the same period, suggesting the subject either maintained multiple devices on the same ISP or cycled through dynamic addresses assigned within the same provider pool. The IPs appeared as secondary connections active between November 2024 and February 2025. These may represent an alternative residence, mobile carrier fallback, or travel-related connectivity. Travel-related, you mean? Like when you went to Florida? Meanwhile, blank show shorter but repeated use in early 2025, further reinforcing that the subject accessed Google services consistently within the United Kingdom, possibly moving between Kent and surrounding Southeast England service areas, given cooperation with the white stable vented address previously identified. Taking the long-term repeated activity across the blank block into account, the most likely persistent service location for the suspect was Southeast England, United Kingdom, with particular confidence in the Kent region. This aligns with the white stable address already documented in vented transaction records. So there was a male. Steve actually was being honest for freaking once in his entire damn life. There was a dude that got in trouble, but they couldn't actually do anything. When was the last time he posted? A year ago was this video. I feel like this one is sure because I saw this recently. How do I find out when this was posted? July 26, 2026. This one just got posted. This one just got posted. And this one was when? July 25th. So he's still posting. This one was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I saw this one right here. I saw this on TikTok. So he's the one who sent that freaking threat over to the Goncalveses, and now he's just still out here. Shit. Okay, I know who this freaking psychopath is. So a while back I mentioned that there was some guy who was on the phone with someone who is claiming that like the person knew the girls, and he's trying to like get him to answer a bunch of questions, and he's basically like interrogating this guy over the phone. This is him.
There's a white car going around Moscow, Idaho. There's supposedly Bryan Kohberger. You know what I mean now? No, I don't know. You don't know what I mean? Because the picture looks exactly the same as you.
See?
I don't know. I haven't been to Moscow. You've never been to Moscow, Idaho at all?
See, he's just calling random people and interrogating them on the phone. Just calling random ass people and interrogating them on the phone. Ew. Ew. Get a grip. My God. Get a fucking grip, bro. You sound old as hell. Like, literally get a grip. My God. Anyway, that's it. That's the report. That's the report. So Steve was right. He wasn't lying. There was somebody that they did find that was responsible for anything, you know, for all this stuff. But they couldn't do shit to the person because they live over in the UK, so they can't touch them. I'm sure there's other people over there that could have handled that a different way, but maybe not, you know. Yeah, that's crazy as shit. What a loser. Like, I don't even like the Goncalveses, but you don't send death threats to people, especially in a moment like that. Like, that's actually insane. And then to be like, oh my God, sitting next to you. You were not in Idaho. That would have been in the report. They were able to track this guy to Idaho. No. Ridiculous. That's my point. Like, that kind of shit that this freak is doing is the kind of shit that gets put on people like us that are actually out here trying to dig for facts and truth and paying for evidence and trying to figure out what the hell's going on. That kind of crackhead activity, okay, cracktivity right there, gets put on us. So when people say my channel name, that kind of bullshit is the first thing that pops up into their mind as associated with true crime on YouTube, associated with true crime on social media. That kind of bitch ass bullshit. This is the kind of shit I got to fight all the time. Pathetic. Pathetic. But let me give y'all this link one more time. I cannot believe how freaking descriptive they were. Holy hell. Holy hell. My God. But it still doesn't give an excuse for them lying. It still does not give the Goncalveses a free freaking pass for not being honest about what that text message says. It does not give them a free pass for coming out here and editing down what was actually sent to them, because some of those things have been associated with their past and they don't want people digging. So both of y'all suck, and both of y'all are in the wrong, and both of y'all need to stay in y'all's lanes and quit the bullshit. That's how I feel. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely wild. Oh my God. All right, you guys. Thanks for the 2 witchy was. I just put the link in there. At the description box of every single video, be it a premiere, a post, or a live, or a short, there are links to all of the official sources: Pullman, Pennsylvania, Moscow, Idaho State Police, everything, including the Google Drive. The whole Google Drive link is in there, but for this one specifically, I did put it just now again over in there for this folder itself. But thank you for the 2 witchy was, and thank you so much for the 5 gifted membership, Sharon. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, you know, I don't really think I'm gonna look more. All of that defeats the purpose of everything I work for. That's the kind of stuff I mean. Like the stuff where it's ridiculous. There's a bunch of just psychotic music overlaying over everything with just a bunch of crazy images that don't mean anything. It's like psychosis on a screen. That kind of shit negates all of the hard work that me and several other people are out here putting into this case to try to get the facts out. I have no respect for what he did, and I definitely don't have any respect for what he does at all. Like, it's just straight trash in my opinion. Thank you so much for joining Simply Investigating. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. What a wild freaking report. I wasn't expecting it to be this much of a journey. Holy shit. Crazy. Actually freaking crazy. All right, I'm going to jump off of here. I want to go over the Justin interview. I'm probably going to be back like in about an hour and a half. Like, I'm not even kidding. I've got a lot of shit that I want to talk about today. And I know the Goncalveses just did an interview on Hannity, and I would kind of like to watch that tonight too. I don't know if we're going to have enough time to do both of those. And honestly, their bullshit could probably wait until tomorrow. I want to go over the Justin In interview because we have footage to corroborate what he has to say. And I've gone in and I've done what I did to the first segment that I put out, where I have like all of the motions in it, the cars coming in and out, the people walking around. Now we have timestamps for Dylan's social media movements and like different things like that. So now that we already knew that he reported this in the very beginning, one of the very first rumors in this case. It was a female neighbor that the rumor stated that it was, but the rumor in general at its base was that that front door was open. That is something that we have heard in this case since literally week one, like literally week one. We saw the report. We were like, hey, we heard that. That's crazy. So now we have his actual interview, but we also had the footage in between all of that, where we literally see several people walking their dogs and coming in and out. So I went ahead and from 10 to 11, did all of that and enhanced the sound a little higher again. not tweaking the tone or whatever the frick other people do. I'm trying to just make it a little louder. So whatever is there, we might be able to actually hear it. With the door being open, when he leaves at 10:08 and when he comes back right before like 11 o'clock, I want to see, now that we know that for sure from him, if we can maybe pick up anything. And there's a lot of noise. There's also a lot of movement. There's a lot of people out and about around this time. I'm just really also curious as to if any of these other people were pulled in and talked to, because a lot of them were like facing the parking area. You know, we got a girl shows up to 11:12 and then her and another girl leave and they sit in the car for a few minutes. Were they asked when they looked towards the parking area, was the door open? Because it was literally in their view, that like right there. So was it open? Can we get some answers to that? So I want to watch the interview. It's not very long. And then I want to review the footage, and it's an hour. So we'll see what time it is by the time we get done with that, to see if I have time to do the Sean Hannity interview with the Goncalveses. If not, then it'll just wait until tomorrow after I get back with what I got to do, because tomorrow morning I have to drop off Linky Binky to get fixed. So I already had the day off for that, for just in case something happens with him and I have to go and run and deal with that. So yeah, I'll be back later eventually. Oh, who's the scammer? Let me get rid of the loser. It's probably the fucking idiot that I just talked shit to. Like, I know he was probably watching. So where is this dumb bitch at? Oh, I didn't find him. There was a lady in here that said the guy's name. Why do I need a mod? I don't see anybody in here. I'm looking. Who's Kimberly? I mean, I'm just going to sit here until I see what y'all are talking about, because y'all are telling me there's some loser in here and I don't see them. Do not donate money to people. No, we don't do this. Nope, banned. Do not. I don't give a shit. Like, come on, guys. I literally saw some of you asking for their Venmo or their information. Why, especially in my chat where we use our freaking brains, why in the world would you respond to somebody who randomly just came in here asking for money and ask them for their Venmo or their Cash App and actually try to oblige to them? What is wrong with you? And I don't care how many of you take offense to that. Whoever just responded to that freaking scammer trying to get their Cash App and their Venmo information from them to give them money, what in the actual shit is wrong with you? And I saw several going up to try to find this person. Have I taught you nothing? I'm going to speak to you like I do my child. Have I taught you nothing in everything that I have said to you over the past 3 years? Have you not listened to anything that I have told you about protecting yourself? There was way too many people responding to that to make me comfortable. Y'all need to do better. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, well, you guess, bless your heart, babe, okay? Bless your heart. You don't come to some random ass live stream for that kind of shit. And I promise you, they probably have 50,000 different fake accounts, just like the TikToks that you see all the time. I haven't eaten in 3 days. Can you give me $5? Well, you got Wi-Fi, you got a phone, and I highly doubt that you're full of shit right now. So can you just stop? You just stop. Do not give random ass people on the internet money. This is why people that have GoFundMes for Kohberger's parents are literally scamming people, because people don't think before they act. I just had to show Melissa another one that was set up in Michael Kohberger's name that the family has to go and report now. Can you please be more careful? I'm literally looking out for your own safety. Stop trying to just give random people money. They can take your information, track your ass down, and show up at your front door. Don't do it. Don't do it. You can give the homeless man on the corner $20 bill, but don't go randomly giving people your information online that you don't know. Stop it. All right, I'm getting off of here. Please do. 20 clips and put them everywhere. Stop it. My God. Okay, I'm getting off of here. I'll be back later. You guys stress me out. I'll be back later. Have a great night. Share this crazy shit everywhere. And don't watch that guy's channel. How much of a douchebag do you have to be to send threatening text messages like that to people? Even if you don't like them, their child was just killed. And that's crazy as hell to send to somebody. Like, you're a stupid fucking loser. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I'll see you guys later. Have a good day. See y'all.